We've been lucky enough to receive a ton of Pokemon Sun and Moon related information over the course of the last couple of days because of E3 and Koro leaking. If you missed any of it, it's all on my channel, but I presume most of you have seen it at this point. There was quite a lot of smaller details that I didn't mention in any of those videos that were revealed to us in the live demonstration of Pokemon Sun and Moon during E3. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing one of them. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video discussing the potential leakings of the typings of the final evolutions of the starter Pokemon on the Japanese official Pokemon Sun and Moon website. And in this video, I'm going to be expanding upon that with some information that was revealed to us during that live demonstration at E3. I'll be really interested in hearing your thoughts and opinions, so leave a comment down below with your thoughts after you've watched this video. So there's been a lot of speculation about what typing Popplio is going to evolve into later on in the game. And during this live demonstration, Popplio, upon leveling up, is seen to learn the move Disarming Voice, which is a fairy type attack. This has since sent the community into a frenzy, discussing whether or not Popplio is going to evolve into a water fairy type. I think it's pretty safe to presume that a lot of the community wants to see Popplio evolve into a water fairy type. A lot of the fan art that you see online is aimed towards it evolving into a water fairy type. And heck, I myself wants to see Popplio evolve into a water fairy type. It just kind of makes sense just judging by its design and the design of fan art that you see online. However, this contradicts the potential leakings of the typings for the final evolutions of the starter Pokemon that were revealed last month. As I said previously, they were potentially leaked on the Japanese official Pokemon Sun and Moon website. If you do a bit of an inspection on the official Japanese website, you will see that the fighting type precedes the water typing in the resources. And up until seeing Popplio receive the fairy type attack Disarming Voice via level up, that was the only bit of hard evidence that could suggest what Popplio is going to evolve into. Of course, Popplio receiving a fairy type attack is a pretty good indication as to what it could evolve into. Pokemon learn attacks that are based on the typings that they will receive later on in their evolution. However, unfortunately, I don't think this is a good indication as to what typing Popplio will eventually evolve into. You see it all the time with the base evolutions of starter Pokemon receiving attacks that are typings that they never evolve into. Torchic learns Peck at level 14, yet doesn't evolve into a flying type. Froakie learns Lick at level 10, but doesn't evolve into a ghost type. Chespin learns Rollout at level 8, and then Bite at level 11, but doesn't evolve into either a rock type or a dark type, instead evolving into a fighting type. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be the case with Popplio as well. This was a very deliberate decision to show that Popplio can learn a fairy type attack. They wanted to tease us with what could potentially come in the future. And what I think they've done here is that they've thrown us a curveball, sent the community into a frenzy, expecting us to believe that Popplio is going to evolve into a fairy type. And when the games are eventually released, we'll see that Popplio is, hey, a different typing, potentially fighting type. And on top of that, the Disarming Voice is an attack that isn't only learned exclusively by fairy-type Pokemon. Pokemon like Whismur, Pansear, Panpour, Pansage, Meowstic, Pokemon like that can all learn Disarming Voice. Disarming Voice is an attack that lets out a charming cry. It isn't simply synonymous with fairy-type Pokemon. And while I'd really like to see Popplio evolve into a fairy-type, it just kind of makes sense to me, just judging by its design. I don't think it will evolve into a fairy type just because it learns Disarming Voice, a fairy type attack, at level 8 or whenever it learns it. There's simply too many instances where starter Pokemon have learned attacks that aren't synonymous with their future typing for this to be an actual hard piece of evidence. I think the leakings on the official Japanese Pokemon Sun and Moon website are a better indication of that because of the order of the typings. So I do still think Popplio is going to evolve into a fighting type Pokemon, and I hope my argument has been coherent and has made sense. And I could still end up with egg on my face, and I could be totally incorrect in a couple of months, so don't worry, I'm not being arrogant in thinking that, oh, my opinion is 100% correct. I'm just taking an objective look at the arguments for and against right now, and I hope you guys do as well in the comments. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you like to see Popplio evolve into a fairy type, or would you prefer to see it evolve into a fighting type? What type do you think Popplio will evolve into? And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this video in the comments down below. A like on this video would be really appreciated, and feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my future Pokemon Sun and Moon news videos. I'll be covering everything in the lead up to Pokemon Sun and Moon and beyond, so subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video, maybe hopefully tomorrow. Peace out.